Chasing dreams in a technicolor scene. Warp drive set, let's explore the stars. Sci-fi Mombie, no matter where you are.
And now, Sci-Fi Mamacita.
I say, what's up, party people? Welcome to Forbidden Frequencies here at the Sci Fi Mombie podcast. And it's the annual talk that we have on all of these very taboo subjects. With me, as always, is Connie Cleary. How are you doing, Miss Connie?
Hold on a second here.
Yeah, we just got done with Muppets, so we're good.
Good.
And Gorilla Man for the male
Hey, everybody. Hi, Connie. Hi, Mombie.
Oh, did you hear your daughter, Autumn, the producer? Hi, Dad.
Hi, Donnie.
All right, I need to read a disclaimer for the YouTube gods. Ready? Here we go. Warning, the following show will discuss a very sensitive subject. Please remember to be kind, respectful, control your temper, and let's have peaceful discourse while talking about this subject. Anyone not following these rules will be banned from the chat and bounced from the channel. And if you are under the age of 18, please do not watch this show. Please leave this discussion to persons 18 years and up. Viewer discretion is advised.
Yeah, right. If you don't like it,
leave promptly.
Yeah, before we boot your asses off.
Damn straight, and block you forever. Okay, what's up,
You
John?
don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
That's right.
Damn right.
Hello, John the Beagle Dad. Thank you for moderating in the background. We appreciate you.
Hey,
He's working
John.
on his Hubble Space Telescope Legos. He's going to be a casual observer. I mean, troll. Gave Porthos his first bone marrow. That's awesome that he likes it. Very cool. By the way, thank you so much, Stream Elements, for running in the background for all of our friends' channels and Sci-Fi Mombie social, if I can talk, social media accounts. Thank you once again, Stream Elements. All right. What?
I just said to give me an avatar because I'm gonna probably be on and off here. That might work.
I think I have one for you. Hold on. I don't know if I can give it to you though.
Okay, never mind. It'll just be blank sometimes if I have to go do something at work. So
that's fine. You'll just be a nipple.
Okay.
But a bunch.
Yeah. Don't forget to smash those hearts, smash that like button, share out the stream, please, and thank you. All right. It's the most wonderful time of the year where we bring back taboo subjects to Sci-Fi Mombie, but now we've changed the name to Forbidden Frequencies. Tonight's lovely topic is abortion. Kind of goes hand in hand with politics, which we've already talked about, religion and politics. But we're going to go ahead and incorporate it into tonight with abortions. Hello, AT218. Welcome. Hope you're doing great today. All right. Where do we start, Miss Connie?
This thing is a total can of whoop ass.
We're going to put the smack down on. So we no longer have Roe versus Wade, and we no longer have what was the other decision? Casey. It was all struck down by the Supreme Court, which promised precedent when they were all interviewed for the job. So, hello, Bathy. Is it Bathy? Welcome to Galactic Cafe. What's up? Hope you're doing great today. No?
Welcome.
What? What's up, Kimberly Ann? Welcome.
Hi, Kimberly Ann.
Explain yourself. What do you mean, no?
Yes, please.
So, we'll go around the table and everybody can give, oh, wow, Japanese symbols. Cool. Hello. Hope you're doing great today. Oh, they do? Okay, awesome. Why are we talking about dog treats? Whoa.
Huh?
Hello there. Okay, whoever that is. Hi, my name is Christian. Okay, welcome. Initializing frequencies. You're funny. Okay, please don't spam my channel. Hello, clicked
Or
Scooby.
mine.
Yeah, please stop spamming. Not cool. All right, so we're gonna go around the table and everybody give their opinion on abortion rights. Miss Connie? No. But hello, is it Camry? Welcome. You might want to ban them, Connie. They're going to keep
I know. Well, I can understand the pros and cons from everybody. Different experience subject. I can understand it for the medical reasons, for the mother and or baby. For the need to save somebody, save the mother. If the birth is not combatant for the mother at all, and same with the baby. And I can understand if someone was assaulted by a family member or whoever. I can understand them doing that. That's their business. That's between the doctor and the person that wants it done.
In the world are they doing? We're not going to mention that crap, so stop spamming. Jesus Christ. Hello, Drew.
Trust me, I don't have a problem doing it.
Yeah, boot her ass. ERA Messy 5533. Let me tell you about Gorilla Man. He's my husband, and get ready for his opinion. You're not going to like it. Miss Connie, were you done talking? I'm sorry.
For right now.
Okay. Gorilla Man, what's your view on abortion?
Well, first I want to preface by saying that I believe that the decision is up to the woman and the doctor and the father if the woman chooses. But that's optional because it's her body.
Right.
I believe that that abortion should be legal in the sense that if it's a necessity to according to the situation. If it's a medical issue, if it's incest, if it's rape, things like that. Now, I personally believe if a woman decides to go out on the weekend and have unprotected sex and oops, she gets pregnant, I think that she should carry that baby and give it up for adoption because, you can't just say oops and then get rid of it. That's my opinion. It's not, it's an opinion only.
Right.
But they should have the right to if they want because it's their body and, that's up to them and their doctor. But I'm what I consider pro necessity. I'm not pro life. I'm not pro choice. I'm not pro abortion. I just think it should be available if it's necessary, and it shouldn't be prohibited by the government, especially by old white men trying to tell women what to do with their bodies. But that's the way I see it in a nutshell.
Yep. I am of the same mind as well. I believe that the choice of an abortion is between God, a woman, her partner, and a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
And listen, guys, I went through a very high-risk pregnancy, my first pregnancy. I could have lost our oldest son, and I didn't, but that option was on the table for us. And it was scary.
Thankfully, we had a wonderful obstetrician.
Yes.
We had one of the best you could get.
Tama Franklin here in Southwest Missouri. If you need an OBGYN, go to her. She's fantastic. And she is taking new patients, by the way. So shout out. Okay. I am not for on-demand abortion. However, if that's not my choice, I wouldn't choose it for me. But who the hell am I to tell another woman that they cannot have that procedure?
Right.
Nope. Not me. So here in the state of Missouri, once again, we voted for abortion access last November, 2024. And they took it away again by the stroke of Mike Kehoe's pen. Our governor is a jerk. I don't like him. I can't stand him. He is inflicting his Christian nationalism on even the Republican voters of the state of Missouri. And if you look at the polling numbers, which I didn't even look up the new ones for right now, hold on. A pretty majority of even Republican voters say that women should have access to abortion. So it's pretty much the alt-right that is trying to bring the hammer down on no abortion at all. So I'm going to say something very controversial, but it's really funny to me that our president is against abortion, considering his past. That's all I'm going to say. So,
I personally rather have to see it legalized. If you don't put it into the books and everything else, some of these women are going to go back into the back alley abortion hospitals, or whatever you want to call them.
Mm-hmm.
The mother and the baby might have been done. Besides the baby, the mother might be as well. All depends, because it don't know what their practices are, the hygiene, everything.
Mm-hmm.
If we do it legally. This way you have a better chance of the mother being saved, if need to be, for whatever reason. Some people may not agree with it.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. That's your business.
That's your choice.
And whoever else you want involved in with you on this.
Mm-hmm.
That way, weigh and outweigh everything.
So according to the University of St. Louis University, they did a study after the trigger law in Missouri of 2022, which banned it. Out of Republican voters, 56% were in favor of abortion rights. Overall, across the state, across all parties, 75% say it should be available. Pew Research did a nationwide in 2024. Among conservative Republicans, 27% say abortion should be legal in all or most cases, and moderate to liberal Republicans say 67% say abortion should be legal. So, here's my gist. If you're going to take away a woman's right, now this is going to get really bad and people are going to hate me for this, and I don't give a damn. But if you're going to take away a woman's right to an abortion, then men shouldn't get boner pills. Any type of family planning for a woman, if you're going to try to take that away, then men don't get their gender affirming care.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. Now, let me do a disclaimer here. A lot of gender affirming care for men does help treat other conditions, not just ED. But most of the time, and now you can get it mail order, men can get Cialis, Viagra pretty easily.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas women are now still fighting for our rights.
Right.
So.
Even I remember how it was in the 70s with growing up with the women's, even then, for the women's rights. Because I know mom had to have had dad sign some things. And dad told it's her business, what she wants to do, whatever the case may be, abortions, this, getting cars, making doing your own business, everything.
Mm-hmm. And they're trying to repeal a lot of those laws today.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous. And the thing that I don't quite understand is they want to throw it back to states' rights, but is the state really listening to their citizens who pay taxes? It is getting ridiculous. Yeah, I agree.
It is.
Oh, are you stuck backstage? Sorry, Gorilla Man. There you go. Don't know what happened.
I got knocked out. I had to log
come
back in.
Ah,
So what do you think about, okay, so your governor is Mike DeWine, correct? What does he say about this in your state?
I have not exactly. I didn't get a chance to see what he says at all about all this lately.
Well, we know the vice president is from your state,
Yeah.
and we know how he feels about it. So it amazes me. A man that went from being a total atheist in college, totally okay with these rights, people having these rights. He's now a devout Catholic, and what? You know what I mean? Even a lot of the Catholic Church,
Yeah.
believe that women should have access to this.
There's a lot of people that find religion for politics.
Hi, Piper.
Well, he got to listening to Peter Thiel.
Yeah. DeWine does accept the abortion. He does listen. I thought I heard about it, but I had to double check to make sure on all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I do.
So I just, you know, I'm just absolutely furious with SCOTUS because they promised us that they would keep precedent and they didn't. That's my problem. And I'm absolutely at the point where Thomas is accepting gifts from people he rules on in court cases. Alito and his wife are a part of an alt-right band of merry weirdos. Amy Coney Barrett is a Christian that leans towards this other group that believes in Handmaid's Tale stuff. Kavanaugh, I don't even want to talk about him. I don't even want to go there. But okay, how do you feel if they are seeking this procedure due to incest or rape?
Fine. I just said pick which one. All right. Thank
Personally,
you.
I think. Personally, I think it all depends on what the individual wants, but I would have to say probably for the benefit of the. I would say I would probably have to say yes for the abortions because you don't know what's going to. If you want to go looking for the child, that's one thing after the adoption, but that's a touchy subject for me on that one, very much so.
Yeah.
Personally, I'd rather see but some people might want to go do the adoption and be done with it. I don't have a problem with that. If you want to abort, then abort. It's all like, to me, that's me personally, touchy, but on the individual, that's all up to them.
Exactly. It's every situation is different.
That too. If someone come to me about it, I voice my opinions and let them decide on what they want to do. That's one thing. I'm not telling them do it or not do it.
Right. And what gets me is like what's going on in Texas right now with the total ban. There are women dying because of they've lost their baby. They've had a miscarriage. And like the first woman that bled out in Texas because they wouldn't allow her to have a medically necessary DNC.
Right.
There are different levels of abortion, people. It's not black and white, it's gray. This
Yeah.
issue is grayscale.
Totally.
So if you actually, there's 3 levels. Okay. There's medically necessary, where you go to a hospital and a licensed physician does the procedure. You don't, you're doing it to save your life. Okay. That's what a DNC is. Abortion on demand is with a licensed provider. Oops, they had unprotected sex, they got pregnant, they don't want to carry the child or give it up for adoption. Okay. The third one is medically, chemically induced, where you can get what's called mifepristone. And then see, what was it, last season or this season, did an episode where a young girl came in, she's 17, had sex, and she wanted an abortion. They gave her mifepristone and the other drug for her abortion. But it's just not black and white. It's not, and the thing about especially old white guys trying to control our bodies is ridiculous. If you don't want to be a parent, great. Parenting is hard. Let me tell you, Gorilla Man and I know. We know.
Well, I feel like none of us can be. I mean, people that have gone through it can put themselves in their shoes, but those of us, especially men, who don't experience that, we don't understand what's going on with their body. We don't understand how they feel or what they're thinking. So, I mean, there's nothing, that really a man can say about it except for his opinion, and everybody's got those. But I think that it's the woman. The woman is the one that knows, and the other people looking from the outside in, maybe they don't know what the woman's going through. Maybe they don't know what happened. Maybe they don't know why they're doing it. They're just judging him because they're doing it. So I think people should have more understanding, a little bit more, empathy for people, especially because no matter what that woman's going through, if she's making that kind of decision, it's got to be a hard one. And she's got to be going through a lot of stuff just to come to that decision in the first place. And how dare anybody else try to tell them what they think or how they feel.
Right. For me,
So,
I know I'm single and I never want to have any human kids. That's my choice. And I had forever kids. 5 birds, a cat, and a rabbit. My parents never pushed me for having human kids or whatever. And they're happy that I have the forever bird in the animal side as their grandkids. As long as I'm happy or whoever, like my situation is, that's fine. I love kids. I don't have a problem with them. And that's it.
So, according to the Guttmacher Institute, an estimated 1,038,000 abortions were provided by clinicians in all 50 states without total ban in 2024. And that is, and 2/3 of those is medically necessary. And that includes the mifepristone as well. Under, I think it was the Biden administration, they allowed mifepristone to be mail ordered.
Yeah.
And we also have had Plan B for quite a while. So, and that's not just for one night stands, like a married couple, oops, the condom broke and, you're not ready for children, What gets me is the level of religion that has infiltrated to try to control this subject. into every state. I'm seeing it here in Missouri. Texas is the biggest offender I see.
Now,
Biggest
they were
offender.
putting bounties on people, doctors and
Mhm.
people getting abortions in other states. If you turned them in, you could get a reward. I mean,
They
that's
indicted it.
how
Yeah.
They indicted a New York OBGYN because she started working for one of the drug companies that mail orders mifepristone. They indicted her. She's a
Bullshit.
resident of New York. I still
Mhm.
don't understand how that can work. But
Yeah.
anyways,
Wasn't there a woman that crossed the borders to the neighboring states? They got the abortion, but when she came back, she got like indicted or something like that.
yes, that was Texas. Yeah,
Okay, that's
Texas.
what I
somebody
thought.
got a reward for that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
and I think it
disgusting.
happened in Illinois too.
Uh-huh.
I could be wrong if I remember right.
Actually, wasn't it a case out of Missouri?
I think
There's been more
there
than
might have
one.
been,
There's
too.
one in
Yeah.
Illinois for sure, and there may be one in Missouri.
Because Illinois is blue and they have very liberal abortion laws. So my other part of this is the religious aspect, because I am a former Southern Baptist and it was crammed down our throats right to life my whole life.
Pro-life,
Um,
pro-life, everything.
Pro-life.
They're pro-birth, by the way.
Well, what's going on now is not pro-life, it's pro-birth. Because if we're not going to fund SNAP and we're going to take away the social safety net in the country, how are we pro-life?
Right.
You
Well, I
can't
believe in. Go ahead. Sorry.
you can't put millions of people on these programs and not expect them to be dependent. Especially when the biggest employers in the country don't pay their employees right or give them health
Exactly.
insurance. Go ahead.
They only preach pro-life when it concerns an unborn child, up to their birth, and then once they're born, it doesn't seem to matter. I mean, they believe in corporal punishment. They believe in people, not having social programs like SNAP and Medicaid and stuff like that. So they don't care about people. They just want to make sure you're not having an abortion. And that just, it doesn't make any sense. If you're going to be pro-life, you should be pro everybody who's alive, not just up until they're born and then that's it. That's not pro-life to me. That's just, trying to assert your religion on me, because we're supposed to be separate. The government and then the church are supposed to be separate. And they complain about other religious people trying to inject their religion into our laws, but yet they'll shove Christian laws in there all day long and say that, they're justified because we're a quote unquote a Christian nation, and we're really not. I mean, we are majority Christian people, but as far as our government goes, we should be non-religious, period. Everything should be black and white, rule of law, period. And then, it shouldn't be influenced by someone's religion, but by practicality and what's best for society. And sometimes some of these religious laws that come from, centuries ago don't apply to our life today, but they want to try to make them that way.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't make sense.
It's I like to watch Dr. Caleb, Reverend Caleb, what is his last name? But the Bible is a starting point. And as you can't always stick to the Bible, especially when we learn more about our bodies and how they work. The Jewish people in the Old Testament believed that you're not a person until your first breath. See, so Surfer Nerd 07 says, anyone advocating for the murder of an unborn has a difficult time playing the victim. I'm not playing the victim.
Yeah.
And I don't consider it murder. I consider it, if we're going to go that far into religion and we believe in predestiny, God already knew this. Preordained, God already knew this. And to call it schmurder, you know, your heart doesn't actually start beating till 21 days after conception. Yes, science. That's right.
Yes, definitely.
That's right. So, a lot of people like to hide this push behind religion.
Mm-hmm.
I think what a lot of people fail to remember too, that the Bible that we read is interpreted by men, and the words that were written originally were by men, accordingly as inspired by God, but still yet written by men. So, I mean, it's been interpreted, changed to fit, whatever society it's been put into for centuries. And, so you really have to get in depth and study everything to try to get it all together. Because if you want to read the Bible cover to cover, there's so many contradictions. There's so many, from New Testament to Old Testament and things like that. And people want to go back into the Old Testament and try to use some of the language there. And a lot of it does apply, but most of it applied to life back then, and it fit their society back then. This is a whole different world here, and we have a lot more things to consider than what they did.
It's how they control the masses back then too. It helps
absolutely.
Out. At one time before the typeset was invented in Germany, people were read the Bible and it wasn't always truth.
Right.
So Surfer Nerd says conception is what a lot of people point to scientifically. And so a lot of people thinking aborting babies is murder because it artificially stops a life that is forming. True. But as we're pointing out, and there are no statistics on on-demand abortions because of the privacy laws in the United States and HIPAA. But I did read the statistics for DNCs because they're medically necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I was going to point back to the case that SCOTUS used to repeal abortion law, which was Dobbs versus Jackson. That was in 2022. We no longer have a constitutional right to abortion, which was protected under the 14th Amendment. It was Alito in his writing on this case where he says we need a national stockpile of infants. Okay, well, if we're going to go with that logic, how the hell are we going to care for those kids and raise them?
I don't know.
You guys are taking away the social safety net. Not every parent in this country has enough money to raise children.
Right.
Not everybody gets to start out where they have just money saved in the bank to raise kids. Doesn't work that way. Some people do. Some people take the time, but even then those people are chastised for taking 5-6 years to truly bond their marriage and then move forward. Those people are even ridiculed. Let's see. Arguments based on exception are weak arguments. Okay. So what is the norm? Nobody will take the argument seriously until people acknowledge that an abortion is scientifically killing and morally it's not. It's not. And you're not understanding what I'm saying. Most abortions, 2/3 of abortions in this country are medically necessary. That means the baby is stillborn. The mother had a miscarriage. So, Surfer Nerd, where are you getting your statistics from? Because I'm reading them directly from the places that are doing the research. It's true. And that was St. Louis University. And what was the other one? I already clicked out of it. So is dying.
Hmm.
Dying is the ending of a human life, but do we try to stop dying? Dying
you
in
guarantee-
utero is still dying.
3 things are life, death, and taxes are the are constant throughout anybody. Doesn't matter if you're paying for work, taxes on food, this and everything else.
Planned Parenthood is not allowed to put out that information due to privacy laws.
You're not. And so your normal may be different to someone else's normal.
Here's the other part of that, surfer nerd. Planned Parenthood doesn't just provide abortions. They provide family planning. That means pelvic exams, mammography, other services. Like a woman can go in there for sniffles. True. No, don't tell me I'm false. It's true. Oh, Red Act 63. As if these cows don't go to the doctor, I go to the doctor. I've had 3 children. Don't tell me, man. What? Thank you for calling us cows, by the way. Really, really, respectful.
Right, totally. Dumbass.
What's up, Grill Man?
Well,
Just say
first
it.
of all, stop being a misogynist prick. I'll say that right out. But anyway, most of these people don't realize is the type of abortions that we're talking about, the necessity type of abortions, happen early. They're not something where they're going in at 20 weeks or 10 weeks and saying, now let's do this. It's usually early on, especially with incest and rape, and now sometimes medical things come up later on. And, that's
Right.
understandable. But most of them are going to happen within the first few weeks because they're anxious and they want to take care of it as soon as they can. So for them to say, everybody wants to argue about these late terms and all that stuff. Yeah, they happen, but most of them happen early because these women don't want to endure much of the pregnancy, if any at all. That's the reason for, ending the pregnancy because they don't want to experience it for whatever reason they've chosen.
Okay. I am on Planned Parenthood's website, plannedparenthood.org. 70% of their funding comes from primary procedures. That includes STI care and testing, contraceptions. The other 30% is abortion services. I'm reading it
You got
right
it backwards.
verbatim to you.
You got it backwards, bud. That's where your MAGA talking points are going to fail you. Facts.
You guys can sit there and say it's murder all you want to, but that's not true. And I hate to tell you, because Gorilla Man and I heard it in the church ourselves. They spewed that in the pulpit. And
they want to guilt you. They try to guilt you in saying, oh, well, if you think that any type of abortion is illegal, that you're against babies, that you don't like babies. You don't. I don't understand that. They want to make you feel guilty because of that's the way you feel about it. And that God isn't that way. So why are the people representing him acting that way?
Are you
serious? God
serious?
knew.
Not you, Gorilla Man, surfer nerd. Rape is less than 1%. Right.
Really?
Sure it is.
You want to believe that there's that few rapes that happen?
No, it's not.
You're out of your mind.
Yeah. And I'm the keenest I am.
You guys are pointing out one provider. Hospitals across this country do medically necessary abortions. There are other providers across the country that are like Planned Parenthood. What, Dave?
I'm just laughing at his 99% statistic about preferences.
I know.
And he's not sourcing where he's getting his information. I'm providing it.
Well, I know where he's getting his information. And he just,
rape is a crime. Rape is a crime. for a man to sexually assault someone is a crime.
Why
It
would
is.
you want a woman to carry their rapist child? Why would you want them to go through that mental anguish?
That's
I mean, that is
I wouldn't.
cruel.
It
Go
is.
I mean, it's cruel. That's going to remind that woman of that rape every single day. And in watching that child grow up, they're going to have to relive it over and over and over. Why would you do that to them?
Surf Nerd.
That's
And-
wrong.
I
and
read
this is
for
the
you verbatim PlannedParenthood.org, their financial report.
And especially the mental anguish that they're going through every day, going to get worse and worse and worse, and you never know what's going to happen
Hey,
to that
Connie, we're clowns.
female.
Well, you guys were the ones who voted in a clown, and now you got a circus. Good job.
Yeah.
No, they don't. I just read you verbatim what their report
Yeah.
says.
They can't, they have nothing to refute our facts. So all they want to do is use their talking points. That's all
No,
these
they're going
are
to start flinging
talking points.
spurs, is what they're going to do.
Well, I'm just saying these are all talking points. There's no fact in any of it. They're not citing any sources or anything. It
Surfer
baffles
Nerd,
my mind.
have you ever worked a day in the medical field? I have. This is normal follow-up to any medical procedure. Are you going to start attacking hospitals and regular physicians, specialists who do this services for their own patients? That's called bedside manner. So what? So what?
And neither one of you guys are women.
Yeah.
So where do you get off trying to tell any woman what to do with their body? You have nothing to do with it. You have an opinion, just like I do, but you have no leg to stand on.
Red
Honestly, what I say is just addition to show a male perspective here. I mean, what these two ladies are saying is what people should listen to, because it's about women. It's about their body and their decision. And for you misogynist men to come on here and call these ladies names and put down all the facts that they present in front of you tells me that you're insecure with your masculinity. And that's my opinion too. And you can spout off whatever I've got thick skin. You can say whatever you want, but you have no right to tell any woman what they should do with their body. You can have your opinion. That's fine. But if you don't have any fact to back it up, I'd just keep your mouth shut.
And
I'm sorry. That's my opinion.
How many of the 2.5 billion that you are claiming have been lost to genocide were actually stillbirths and miscarriages?
Exactly.
I want the website and the absolute number. I don't want your feelings. I want proof.
Hard
I want
facts.
Yes, I know. I was reading it directly to you verbatim. PlannedParenthood.org. Sure you did. Where'd you get your MBA at? Liberty University or Trump University? Rape is wrong. Rape is
It
wrong.
is wrong.
So is murder. So is schmurder. You're right. That is true. But why should a woman also have to be made to feel wrong for psychological harm because of what her rapist did to her?
Or one of her
And
family
not
members
every
decided.
woman is in that situation. You know, I used to hear that all the time. Well, you know, if she wasn't in that situation or if she didn't wear those clothes, no, control yourself, men. Just because a woman is there doesn't make it right that you get to do whatever you want to them. If they are not your partner, bugger off.
Right.
And then even if you are the partner, it's still up to the woman ultimately, because they only have to consider their partner or their partner's opinion. They don't have to act on it. You know, I mean, this all comes down to the woman and their doctor and God. And that's it. Well, I know you said that.
Totally.
I know you said that.
What is
I'm
wrong
just
with
saying-
homosexuality?
Nothing wrong with it.
No. We support the LGBTQIA plus here at Sci Fi Mombie.
Most gay marriages last longer than straight ones. Answer that.
Yeah.
Much longer.
Well, for my parents,
Thank you,
they
Kimberly
knew
Ann.
from people. They knew each
So
other
are
from
you.
school, and they're still married.
Incoherent.
I just told everybody where to go find it.
Yeah.
Who's sexist? You? Yes, we know.
We know what you are.
Okay, well, that would be great if you would tell people that when you come in the room.
Yes,
I'm
I
not
apologize for you.
transphobic. I have a
If
gay
you-
son.
If you're a woman and I offended you because of you being a woman, I'm sorry for that. But I still have my opinion and I stick to it.
It's not a place for other women to tell other women what medical services they can have either. That is a decision between God, you, your partner, and the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Or in the case of grape, you, God, and the doctor.
Exactly.
And these are taboo topics, and you two guys may disagree with me on this. And I'm not, you guys know, or at least Sci Fi Mombie, you know that I'm not a transphobe. But if you were born a man and you're transitioning to be a woman, you don't have a uterus. And I'm not trying to pick on you, but you will never be faced with that decision because you will never be pregnant. So
Right.
I understand that you identify as a woman, but you have to consider your opinion as your biological body isn't the same. Now, I apologize for you if I offend you by saying that, but it's the truth that a person born as a woman can get pregnant and you can't. So therefore, you'll never be faced with whether you'll choose an abortion or not.
But however,
so please don't use that as a reason for you to give your opinion or more than your opinion because you're a woman.
you know,
I don't
it's
agree
just like gender affirming care. I am totally for you transitioning.
Absolutely, yes.
I am
Here.
totally for, okay, you want another shock, surf nerd? Men's ED pills is gender affirming care.
Mm-hmm.
Just like birth control is gender affirming care. Hey, Mike, you're gross? Yeah, we know.
Well, I can tell you Viagra doesn't just treat ED. It also helps the prostate and it also helps urine flow. So there's more to it than just, the reason that it's prescribed. Because my urologist wants me to take them on a regular basis for my prostate health.
Like with the Rogaine, it was originally supposed to be for the hearing. It turned out to be for a few other things that people out.
Exactly. Mr. Kyle, I'm a Christian, so I originate from the Hebrews and Jews.
Yeah, Jesus was a Jew.
That's right.
Yeah.
Jesus was a Jew. No, he was, not was, is. Jesus is alive.
You're right. Jesus is a Jew.
Jesus is alive. And he's not talking too much. He's speaking directly to you men.
So he's listening to us.
Dude, he's sitting in a convenience store working his full-time job, so shut up.
I'm sorry if you have a problem with me standing up for women. Because if you can't do that for yourself, then you've got problems with your own self. But I can gladly stand up for other women and say, if you're a man, don't get into their healthcare choices because it's their body.
Do you want to know how you're going to get less abortions?
Good luck.
Less toxic masculinity. Sorry.
That's
there
one.
You go.
More access to birth control. More access to abortions. How many have gone into the back, underground?
Yeah.
How many that we don't know of?
How many people go to a hotel room and get it done? Or they, get it done in some office building somewhere that somebody's rented out for the month? You don't know that.
Go ahead.
I think that's why we legalized marijuana, and especially in our state, is because our prisons were getting crowded with drug dealers that sold marijuana. And so,
do you know that?
So it's like you give people access to something, make it less or make it more legal, you're going to have less crime. You make something
know-
legal that should be accessible to everyone, there's going to be more crime
Do you
because
know?
you said it's a crime. So
Do you know that Israel has had abortion rights for its citizens on their universal health care since 2019?
That's I'm glad they did that.
Boom. All right.
the Jewish people
I
don't have
heard that.
a lot of the same hangups that Christians do. They don't. They don't have near the problem with the LGBTQIA plus community. They have less problem with abortions than Christians do. I mean, just because it's a humanity thing, it's not about religion at that point. It's about the person, the individual as a human, and what fits their life. You
Hey,
know, and
Connie.
God understands. God knew
Connie.
people were going to be gay.
We're disgusting.
He knew that
women.
before the person was born gay. Yeah.
Yeah,
We're disgusting women, Connie.
I noticed that.
Good.
Misogynist.
Well, buddy,
fucker.
both of those ladies are very nice, and they're nice looking ladies. So you need to shut up. You
I've
don't know
never
what you're
been
talking
touched.
about.
Dude, I have 3 children by that man talking to you right now, stupid.
Yes, that's my wife, and you're lucky
Wow.
you're not here in person.
Yes, I was. I worked for. Go ahead, Connie.
I have money on Gorilla Man. And for kicking ass.
I was in
Well,
healthcare.
I
am
will
still.
fight for you, ladies.
Whoa!
I mean,
Did you just call us whores? Dude, I've only been with one man my whole life. You're the whore. Anyways, yes, I have worked in
kick this
healthcare.
guy off here. Kick this guy off here.
I know.
He has
he's
no
calling
business in this
people whore.
discussion.
Yeah. Connie's not
It's
my
one thing
channel.
to
your
have an
channel's not
opposite
my channel.
opinion, but
Hold on.
to be asking-
Which,
Yeah, no. I've worked in the healthcare field for almost 20 years, dude. Don't give me that. If they go and get therapy after this whole incident is, it's a journey. It's a really hard one too. And that's another taboo subject we're going to be talking about is healthcare, mental health, healthcare. It's coming because it's taboo still, and it shouldn't be. It's been avoided for so long. When I was growing up, I was bullied because I was a fat kid. I was beat up and bullied and tormented. Do you know what I was told? Take it. It's a sign of passage. It just makes you tougher.
Yeah.
Tell that to my neck now, since a couple, 3 girls tackled me in a bathroom and beat the shit out of me with a textbook. Yeah. That's assault.
Well, 2 questions to shut these guys and ladies down even. The 2 questions I ask you. Do you have a uterus? And can you get pregnant? If you say no to both of those questions, you have no right to tell a woman, anybody else that have those 2 things or that what they can do about it. I can't say anything but my opinion. And I realize you guys are too, but you don't have anything to back it up. I speak from facts. So, and you're being nasty calling people names. That doesn't help your position any more than, your non-facts. So anyway, sorry, ladies, go ahead.
So you're telling me that a woman has a miscarriage and she's not allowed to go get a DNC. That's an abortion. That's not murder. The baby died in utero. And here's another sick thing some states are trying to pass. If a woman has a miscarriage, they're trying to charge the mother with murder.
I know.
There is some, pregnancies don't work out. Pregnancies are hard. Okay. Why do you think they push us to go get prenatal care and be watched over? Because, your embryo can die in utero, your fetus. It's not the mother's fault. I've had friends that lived a very clean lifestyle. Never drank, never smoked, took their vitamins, ate healthy, exercised, and they had a miscarriage. That's not their fault. So to call it murder, you guys need to seriously look. We were lied to our whole lives from the church. This is not a black and white issue. It's gray. There are so many facets and scenarios. It's not just one thing or another. No. Let me tell you something else that they're trying to do. I had to have a hysterectomy after I had my children because I was having a lot of female issues because I had PCOS. People would chastise me to my face for having one. I wasn't planning on having any more children. So what did I need the parts for? I had a guy the other day called me a transgender person. Which there's nothing wrong with transgender people. Let them live their life. That's another topic we're going to talk about. But, you know. Actually, it got better. It actually stopped for a long time. No, I didn't lose that argument, sir. I want to read your paper. I want to read supposedly your MBA paper on this. Okay, I don't get what that comment's about. The local argument was that we should make things legal so that these are not crimes. Yes, this is not a crime. Healthcare is not a crime. An abortion, a DNC, is healthcare. Just because you don't have a uterus and you don't have to go through, you know, stirrups and speculums and having your uterus scraped every year.
To respond to this particular comment you got up on the screen, you know, the reason why is it shouldn't be illegal in the first place. It shouldn't be a crime in the first place. So it should be legal because it shouldn't be a crime. Not, oh, we're making crimes legal so that they're not crimes. That doesn't make sense. It shouldn't have been a crime in the first place, so it should be legal.
So are you, Red Act. You're a clump of cells too. Here's the difference. Are you ready? You're not a fully sentient being until you're outside the womb. Quite honestly, there are some psychiatrists and psychologists and anthropologists that believe that you're not actually a sentient being until the age of 4 or 5, when you actually start remembering things.
That's the first time you actually start living on your own self, on your own body, because you're attached to your mother until that point. You know, you couldn't even be alive if it wasn't for that lifeline from the mother.
He has a lot of, you know, he's on the side. He's been through a lot with me. We almost lost our first child. It was pretty hard.
And yes, I will tell you to shut up if you don't know what you're talking about. Sorry.
I couldn't have children. Yeah, I couldn't have children for 6 years.
I know Girl Man long enough. I know he'll says what he says. And I trust him.
Yep. You're the blind one. You're the one under the veil. Let me guess. What church do you go to? Let me guess. It's not TikTok.
No, I can see clearly.
Although
I see pretty clearly, buddy.
That's right. Although, you know, maybe somebody should pay us to kick these guys and boot these guys.
Oh.
The only way to champion free speech is to open the forum.
It seems like they open. Seems like they crawl out from under the rocks when these kind of subjects come up, just so that they can spew their nonsense. Where were you at when we were having a regular show?
Show me the medical proof. Show me the studies that say this. I've been on birth control before. I'm fine. Wow. Wow.
This is why we only do this once a year.
Blushes. blushes. Okay. Shit. No, it's all in the same umbrella. It should not only be abstinence, birth control, family planning. You want to hear another one? Budgeting.
Vasectomies.
Exactly.
And,
And then abortion.
and tubes tied too if you want it.
Yep.
You can prevent pregnancy in a lot of different ways if you don't want to get pregnant. And if you put
That
yourself
too.
out there if you put your, no, I wouldn't even say put yourself out there. That's a bad way to say it. If you
I know where
decide
you're
to go
getting
through
at.
your life if you decide to go through your life without the birth control and something does happen and you get pregnant, you should have that option. That's all I'm saying. And you guys are saying that a person should not have that option, you know? But if you are really adamant against abortion as a woman, use birth control. That way you're not going to get pregnant. You know, sometimes birth control don't work, and I understand that. But if you're doing things to prevent the pregnancy, more than likely you're not going to get pregnant, and you won't have to face the decision to get an abortion. But if you feel that strongly about not having an abortion, use birth control. Whatever form that is for you, use it. You know, to try to prevent pregnancy.
Our diaper bank of the Ozarks. Gorilla Man and I have not only given diapers, but money to support the diaper bank of the Ozarks. We have had to go get help as new parents. We know. We're not just sitting here spewing shit because, you know, we have a platform. No. We've actually lived the life and struggled through it. So please.
Well, on the other side of that too, you know, saying that the woman has a choice to do whatever she needs to do according to her own body. You know, we also support the woman who decides to keep her baby. And we also, you know, the one that carries out through the pregnancy, whether they keep the baby, give it up for adoption. We believe in supporting those women too.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not just saying, oh, we support the women to choose whether or not they want to do that. We also choose the ones that choose not to.
Postpartum depression. Those women need lots of help trying to care for that newborn.
Yes. And if you want a kid, you can have it, you know, the natural way. It's called adoption. If you want to have any kids.
Hey, Connie, we're nasty.
You're lucky you're hiding behind your avatar, buddy.
That's for damn sure.
Oh, God. Yes, it could have. Miscarriage happens all the time. And this one is total bullshit. Show me the proof. See,
Yeah, please.
You guys keep coming back with nothing but feelings. Yeah, you're behind a Siamese cat, dude.
You too, man.
We're not trying to police pregnancy. We're trying to make all forms of healthcare accessible for everybody.
You know, we're arguing about this, guys. But believe it or not, we do believe that you're entitled to your opinion. We just don't agree with it.
Yep,
Right.
that's exactly right.
Agree to disagree.
Yeah, they do, don't they, Kimberly Ann?
But you
No,
don't
we're
have to
not.
get nasty and call people names.
You guys aren't keeping it simple at all. You're not keeping it simple at all. It's healthcare. Simple. There you go. If you want your boner pills, women should have their abortions. And like
If
I
they
said, 2/3 of the abortions done in the United States, according to the Pew Center and to St. Louis University, are medically necessary. Thank you, Kimberly Ann. You're awesome.
There are
That
a
is
lot less
the-
abortion at will than you think. Sorry, Connie. I didn't mean to talk over you.
No, that's
Black
right. I was
people
going to
could
say,
vote before women
Kimberly Ann.
could. So this country pretending as if they, you mean care about women is a joke? Okay.
Yes, that's one way to look at it. Scratching my head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
I made up what? I read you verbatim St. Louis University's research that was done in 2024. Really?
Hey, Daniels.
What is he talking about?
I'm with you on that one, Kimberly.
Really? Ethical fail? You're the one spewing it, man. Are you even married, sir? Do you even have children?
I'm more than that myself.
He might be a virgin in his mom's basement playing video games,
Yeah.
saying he has a master's degree.
Right. I was
Poor
thinking something
Scruggs.
worse.
Yeah, Kimberly, I'm starting to believe you're right.
Yeah.
I'm not mad about somebody going to church. What I'm saying is that if you are in the church, especially you MAGAs, you guys are trying to make this a Christian nationalist nation. How did that work out for Germany? Just asking.
He's even doing stuff like they did back then.
Yep.
Trying to
Oh, here.
pull.
Wait. Hold on a second here.
Sorry.
Yeah. Daniel.
Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you, Daniel. That's fantastic. Oh, Daniel, you're funny.
I was thinking it.
I'm all for anybody worshiping the way they want to. That's not my place
Yeah.
either. I'm no longer an evangelical. I refuse.
Because they don't believe in the separation of church and state unless it has to do with them paying taxes. That's the only part that they agree with. The rest of it, they feel like that we should be living under Christian laws because we're a Christian nation, and that's not how that works. If you want to be tax exempt, you can't exert yourself in the government. You shouldn't preach politics from the pulpit, and you shouldn't have. I mean, yes, you should guide people to vote and to vote their conscience, but not tell them who to vote for and why.
Right.
And as soon as they
This
start
guy
doing
has
that, they
to
should
be
start paying
Catholic.
taxes. They should start paying taxes at that point.
Okay, first of all, may I make a counterpoint to this one? That means men shouldn't be able to go online to these services and get Viagra
Hymns.
for 87 cents a pill. Hers, Hims, what's the chicken one? Rooster something.
Yeah.
All those should be shut down too. We're going to make that argument. Why don't you people? Dude, I've taken birth control. I know the risk. I've been there. You act like I've never had this life experience. And I asked you a question and you didn't answer me. Are you married or in a committed relationship and you have children of your own? Because if you don't, why the hell are you on here?
Exactly. Why?
You're another one of those misogynist pricks trying to control women's bodies. Maybe off topic, but after my... Oh, your ex. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. Understandable.
Life is a health risk.
Yeah.
Statins are a health risk. GLP-1s
There's a
are a
lot more-
health risk.
There's a lot more
Everything has
dangerous things than birth
risk.
control.
Yeah. Why don't MAGA Yes, thank you. Lots of wiggles. I love you.
Okay, we're talking about abortion. Abortion itself is a bigger health risk than birth control. So
It is.
weigh that one.
Yeah.
Pregnancy is a huge risk.
It is.
Good riddance.
Wait,
I
hold on.
just read it verbatim from last year.
Hold on a second here. You're going to like this one, what the idiot said.
I'm trying to bully him. Oh.
Poor baby.
Grow some thicker skin if you're going to call these
Why don't you
women
just
names.
answer the
and-
question? Why don't you just answer the question? Jesus.
He can't because he knows he has not a leg to stand
Because he's
on.
a virgin in his mom's basement playing Xbox.
And masturbating.
Probably. Is he like JD Vance trying to get the couch
That's great, Connie.
pregnant?
I love that.
Connie, you're awesome. Well, duh, that's what this whole show is for, you idiot. Oh my God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is the whole
Yeah,
topic
that's
for
what
this whole
today's
discussion.
topic is.
That's what this week's topic is
Oh
about.
my God, these people.
It's only once a year, buddy, and we're getting it all out right now. So
That's
if
right.
you don't like it, get the F
No,
out.
we're not actually. We're not.
Nope.
Yes, we agree with you on that
We
point.
agree with that.
Yeah.
Oh, we can actually agree
Absolutely.
on that.
Absolutely.
Wow, amazing.
Wow, I can't believe it. Okay. It's from St. Louis University. Their study. Hey, Daniel, how are you? Hope you're doing great.
Hey, Daniel.
Glad you're here,
Whatever.
Daniel.
The overturn of Roe versus Wade should have been the line in the sand. Look where we are now because we let them violate the Constitution. Them who? Who's them? So are you saying that you are for women to have abortion rights or not? There's a lot of violations of the Constitution going on right now.
And I don't think
can
a
tell
lot
you
of
of
people
several.
telling women to get abortions if they need to is against the Constitution. There's nothing that was written in the original Constitution that had anything to do with abortion.
Exactly.
So how can they say it was against the Constitution to begin with? This is something that was left up to society to figure out. And of course, we have two different sides of it, but the people on the con side of it think that they are justified to shove it down everybody else's throat, because they have the power. But that's something, Donald Trump promised that he was going to do it, and he got it done.
There you go.
And
it's also the what is there? The Guttmacher Institute. They follow this. They've been doing it for a long time. Pew Research also has one. Wow. Okay, moving on. We're not talking sci-fi right now, Daniel. Lowest form of argument. He has a masturbator's degree. That's great. You can attack the argument. I'm giving you facts. You're the one here saying you have an MBA. If you're that highly educated, you certainly are missing common sense. Just saying.
I'm a firm belief. I agree with Bernie Sanders. Healthcare is a right. And I believe that has to do with women's healthcare, and it's their right. It has nothing to do with your opinion, the government's opinion, or anybody else. They have a right to healthcare, and that's part of it.
I asked you what
If that's
church
simple. You want simple? That's simple. Sorry.
First of all, Surfer, I asked you if you were a Christian first. And then second of all, I asked you what denomination you attend. As far as I'm concerned, we're all Christians under the same God, no matter what denomination you decide to worship God under. But there are Christian nationalists who are taking it too far. They pretty much chopped off the spine to Margaret Atwood's The Handmaid's Tale and slapped their own cover on it, called it Project 2025. All hail the Christian God who says, love me or burn in the lake of fire. Not exactly how the human brain works. You can't force people to love. That's true.
And you also wasn't born against abortion. You were taught it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Then why do you allow Muslim politicians in the United States when they're preaching? They do not. We're on abortion. We're not on. This is not about your hatred of Mondami and Talib and Omar. You have a racist view.
I don't agree that the people of the Muslim faith should be injecting their faith into our laws either. Jews,
Exactly.
Christians, Muslims, Hindus, Buddhists, none of them, because it has no place. Has no place in government.
We're all supposed to be practically non-religious when we enter and serve the people of America, honestly.
Yeah.
And in humane society, I am grateful that you are a proud Jew. I am.
Same
Okay.
here.
I don't approve of what Israel is doing right now because the Palestinian people are practically your brothers. Thank you, Father Abraham. It's true. Are you sure about that, though?
Yeah.
I don't know. They want us to kick him so bad,
Right.
Connie. Well, then, really, John? Really? Oh, boy.
Really, John?
So let me guess. You're one of these pricks who think women should be enslaved.
Barefoot in the kitchen, pregnant, right?
That's not what the
I
Bible
wouldn't be
says.
surprised.
Good luck finding a woman that'll do that for you.
I'm not asking
Yeah.
for personal information. I'm not doxing you. I asked you if you were a Christian and what denomination you worship under. That's not personal information.
That's not telling us where your church is, where you live, any of
I'm
that
not
stuff.
giving
It's
out
just-
your
Or your
address, your phone
or
number, your
whatever.
blood type.
And you have the right to keep it to yourself. If you just want to say that's none of your business, you have the right to say that.
Just
Yeah.
say
You
it.
know, and you don't have to reveal it.
You don't have to be
But
like
that doesn't
that.
mean we're trying to dox you or anything
Oh
like
my
that.
God, I'm bullying him. Oh.
Well, big bitch.
Grow
You know,
some
I'm going to
things.
use a term that they use against us, snowflake.
Yeah,
There you
really.
go.
I mean,
Behind every
tell us the girl
evil
thick
man in
skin.
history that was in power, there was a woman whispering sweet nothings in his ear. That's not true.
That's yeah. That's
And
definitely
At
let
the
me-
same time, I truly believe that behind every good man is a good woman. I mean,
Yes.
if they have a woman, you know, because there's
Or-
got to be perspective in
or
life.
good people they associate with that are whispering in their
Mhm.
ears. And
True,
I'm going to make
true.
a point because I see where you're going with this. Adam could have told Eve no. He
True.
could have told her no.
Absolutely.
Did he? No. Because Satan was
He ate
working
the
on
apple
him
too.
Yep. Satan was working on
They
him
both
too.
ate it.
Oh boy. John, Daniel, please. Wow. We're not trying to change minds. We're just having
having
a
a discussion.
taboo conversation. Jeez. Why you're not going to read it? You haven't brought any facts, so why should I give you mine?
Yep.
It was under the 14th Amendment until the Dobbs decision of 2022. You do understand that the Constitution is a living document, therefore it can be revised and amendments added to it. Hence, the 25th Amendment.
Yeah.
I hate to tell the people that are really coming hard against us, but if they put this on a national ballot, y'all would lose overwhelmingly. I mean, it's
big
that.
time.
Oh, it already happened in
Absolutely.
Missouri.
Yeah.
I'm talking about nationwide. If they took a nationwide vote, they would lose. And then I'll use your guy's term, bigly.
Hey,
So,
critical.
Surfer, can I ask you a question? Why can't a person choose the way they want to leave this earth? Why? Boy, there's another great topic, Connie.
Oh, there you go.
Well, euthanasia should be the same reason or some of the same reasons as abortion.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you have a terminal illness and you're going to suffer for the next year doing treatment, you're
more.
going to die anyway. Why can't you go peaceful and pain free? Why do you have to suffer that year of pain and just to die anyway? You know, in my opinion, if you're going to suffer, that's what they do to animals. If an animal's going to suffer, they give them a peaceful, painful death, and they say it's humane, but they won't let a human do that. There's nothing
Like
humane
what?
about it. Then. You know, and I'm not all for deletion, self-deletion, or any of that stuff, because there's always access to mental health care and things that can help you through stuff. But when it comes down to you choosing whether or not you're going to suffer through something and you're going to die anyway, who in the hell has the right to tell you can't do that? I mean, seriously.
So
I wouldn't want to live with that kind of pain and suffering for however long if I know I'm going to die anyway.
So
Same.
Seth,
Anyway,
the thing here is that these justices told us in their Senate hearings that they were going to follow precedent. Roe versus Wade was precedent. And instead, they decided under Casey that abortion could go to limited. And then under Dobbs, they wiped it off the 14th Amendment altogether. That's where I'm coming from. Then what are you doing here talking to us about abortion in America?
I know. Up here.
This is like
I
people
know.
who show up in my friends' lives over on TikTok and they don't vote. You ask them, name, age, and who you voted for, and they go, I didn't vote. Then how can you bitch? Remember what President Obama said? You don't vote, don't complain.
Or he says, don't boo,
Yeah.
vote.
And congratulations that you have universal health care.
You want to play through the nose for it like we do? Would you rather do that? Because here in America, we pay a lot of money for healthcare. Now, you might have to wait. You might have to wait for certain things, but at least it's covered. There's some people here can't get stuff done because they don't have insurance or they don't have access to it. You know, I mean, it's insane the cost that we pay and the cost we pay is so that the doctors can make the absorbent salaries that they make. These hospitals can make profit, even though they're not for profit, you know, and then insurance companies. And I hate to say this because I know you work for them, Mombie, but that's how they stay mega rich.
I know.
Is because of the healthcare cost.
So
before you complain about universal healthcare, why don't you come to America and pay our prices and then complain?
Surf nerd, you just pretty much doxed yourself, first of all. And second of all,
Yeah.
when a woman has a miscarriage, what do you guys do about it?
Please tell.
Yeah, I'm curious because you just,
Yeah.
of course, doxed yourself and said that you have universal health care. I can name off the countries that have universal health care. But you guys have to have a treatment for a woman who cannot get rid of her miscarriage. Yeah, Daniel.
And if she doesn't, they can kill her. Sorry.
Mm.
I would love to, but here's the kicker to this side. I also believe in the Jewish people.
Same
Now,
here.
I also believe in a Jewish person because, as they said in Men in Black, a person can be logical and straightforward. A group of people can be panicky,
Yeah.
chaotic. What's the other word I'm looking for? Panicked, you know? So, oh my God, Trump bomb. Yeah, I know. He's bomb happy.
Yeah, I can tell you this. Trump only represents himself. You down there in South America, just so that you know, Trump represents himself and his cronies. He does not represent the American people as a whole. And we don't agree with his policies or what he's doing. So please don't paint the entire American people as per how Donald Trump acts, because it's not the truth. We are pissed. We are pissed to see what this man is doing. Even the people that voted for him are pissed. A lot of them anyway.
My children
So I
trust
just
me.
want to get that out there.
My husband trusts me. My family trusts me. Connie trusts me.
Yeah.
My friends trust me.
They trust me.
You don't know me, sir. You don't have the right to say that. Why would somebody follow you?
Yeah. Why?
You're against. See, and you know what? That's a deliberate attack. When I asked him point blank,
Yes.
they have universal health care. What do you do for women who have miscarriages that cannot, this is a bad word to say, but expel the miscarriage? He came back with a denigration because I don't believe he's in Latin America.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
You guys bully us. You're the one who came in here starting this.
Yeah.
Yeah, grow some thicker skin. You came to the conversation to
I told
bring
you
your
how
opinion.
we
If you
help
can't,
young mothers.
if you
Did
can't
you
take our opinion, then leave.
Did you see the social experiment on TikTok? where the lady, after SNAP benefits were cut, called churches, synagogues,
Yeah.
mosque, Satanist. Who wouldn't help her? Christians.
Catholic.
9 out of 30 churches said they would help her and she wouldn't have to be a member of the church.
Exactly.
All the mosque, all the synagogues, all the Satanists, all the Planned Parenthoods,
Muslims.
all the diaper banks, all the Muslims said, come on, we'll help you. Because I know human nature. I understand human nature.
Mm-hmm.
Once people get it in their mind, they're just going to leave it at that. And I hate to say it this way, but you can't teach an old dog new tricks. No matter how much you want to. What I worry about is now Gorilla Men and I raised our kids differently. Okay. Now I know some people can have a change of heart. That's great. But these people that I am speaking of are raising the next generation to hate everything. Everything that America stands for. I have never seen my country turn its back on human rights like this. It's disgusting.
It is.
Hey, Critically, how are you? It's good to see you, my
I'm glad
friend.
you're here, Crystal. Lee.
But it goes back to what I was saying about being taught. You know,
Yes.
people aren't born with these opinions. It's what they're taught, and a lot of it's being taught in school now because of the people in power wanting to omit things and change things to fit their agenda. You know, I mean, I don't know if you've noticed, but over the last 30, even 40 years, our education system has declined in the fact that we're not producing the bright minds that we used to because they've dumbed everything down. They want people to be dumb so they can control them. And so that's why they're talking about all these people coming from foreign countries to fill these highly educated positions, because we fell off when it comes to the education system here for our people. You know, we don't help them. They do help them, but I mean, look at California. If you're a citizen of California, you get 2 years of community college for free, and that should be everywhere. You know, if you want your people to be educated, make it accessible to them. You know, not everybody can get a Pell Grant, maybe not everybody can take out student loans, you know, and
Immigrants
those kind of
cannot
things.
draw entitlements.
And so make healthcare, yes, we're talking about that, but make education accessible to them, and an education that presents facts to them and not the government's agenda. Because they're trying to omit so many facts from our education that it's unreal. Look what they tried to do with Head Start. You know, they can't mention the word diversity. They can't talk about.
There's like a whole
They
list
have
of
to
words
call.
they can't say anymore.
Yeah.
They have to call the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America if they're going to talk about it. I mean, just stupid little things like that. But that's where it starts, though. You plant seeds in little minds, and they grow into plants that sometimes don't service them later in life. You know.
Tony Tigress, I do respect myself, and it's not black and white. It's not my decision. Now, I wouldn't have one for me. I can't anymore. I can't have children anymore. Okay. I have 3 kids. Gorilla Man and I have 3 kids. It is above my pay grade to tell another woman that she cannot have an abortion. It is. That's between her, God, her partner, and the doctor. That white dude sitting in Congress, stay out of it.
It's above my gender. It's above your pay grade. It's above my
That's
gender.
a good one, Connie. I like that one. So, in fact, we don't know.
Yeah, we don't
Honestly,
know.
we don't know what happens. People have come back with stories of the afterlife, but a lot of us don't know. I mean, you know, we have ghost hunters, and we have all those paranormal investigators, and we have, you know, clergy, but it doesn't explain ghosts. It doesn't explain demons. You know what I'm saying? We don't really know, Daniel.
You know, the God could help us a lot if he could help us understand when a person receives their soul, because then we will know when they're actually a living person. Because I don't believe a
couldn't
person
get
can be
one.
alive unless they have a soul.
Mhm.
Anyway,
Tony, it was constitutional under the 14th Amendment.
It was.
It was until 2022 under the Dobbs decision.
It was in Constitution, was it like in the early 70s, if I remember right?
Yep. And surprise, surprise, that was under the Nixon administration.
Yeah.
So. How so, critically? And critically, I'm not trying to be a jerk, but you are a man. So, you know, I like to say this to men and it just pisses them off, but too bad. Until you push a 7.5-pound baby out of your penis, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Even Gorilla Man knows better. Even Gorilla Man knows better.
I've seen 3 babies be born naturally, buddy. You don't want nothing to do with that. I mean, I gave women a lot of I'm not strong enough. None of us men are. So, you know, just be quiet because there's no way you can handle it. I promise.
Even though I don't have human kids, I give the women that like mommy here and who are gave birth to kids, I give them have a lot of credit.
She's heard my kids' mouths.
Yeah. Yes, I have.
Oh,
And you know what, critically? That's another problem. We're going to talk about universal health care.
Yes.
We're going to have that conversation between, you know, this all started for America when Nixon privatized the healthcare system in the 70s. It all started then. He also took us off the gold standard then, too.
Well,
Yes.
Marquise,
I guess.
I have to get Tony. Remember?
What did I do with? Okay.
Thank you.
be safe.
Oh, Dad says be safe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
be safe, have fun there, honey.
You know it's cold outside, right?
I have a husband.
Okay, good. Yeah, mommy knows best. Okay. This is the most. Yeah, it is. It is.
Mhm.
I love the Israeli people. I don't love your
Same here.
government. I don't love their government. I don't love my government.
Netanyahu's just as bad as Trump. Sorry.
No. Humans first. Humanity first.
Yeah, humans
We're
first.
humans. That's right, Connie. We're humans before anything else.
I will say this about the specific comment. I think that we should be taking care of Americans first before we look to other countries.
Yes.
Tony, that plan was actually started under Biden,
Yeah.
not Trump. Do you know why it wasn't instituted until Trump took office? Because Netanyahu and Trump did a backhanded deal against President Biden.
Hi, John.
Not if you know some of the info I know.
Plus, Trump considered some of the J6 people to be political prisoners, and so that helped him pardon them to give him some kind of whatever he thinks he gave him. But
Trump is
Leverage.
only out for himself. And the billions of dollars in crypto money he's made proves it. All right, moving on. Really? Are you sure about that? Because I've seen a lot of videos lately where people are renouncing their vote.
wait till November and see how many people love Trump. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, this is the mid election.
People are scary. Look at what they did to their Savior Jesus. You know, that's funny. Let's see. That's right. They killed him for no reason.
Mhm.
But it was God's plan, though, to bring people salvation. If Jesus showed up today because he's Jewish, and he's technically Palestinian. If you think about where Bethlehem is, they would deport him from America.
Mhm.
I
He
don't
would be
know.
unwelcome here.
Yep.
They wouldn't believe he is who he said he is.
He's not white.
He's not no white, blue-eyed man like they portray him to be. That's for sure.
No, they're not. No, they're not. There's a, oh my God. What, are you watching Fox News? Let me tell you
They
about
don't want
Fox
to be
News.
occupied.
Let me tell you about Fox News, okay? I used to work for Fox and CBS, okay? What they're doing is taking old footage from other places around the world that looks Latin, and they're replaying it over and over saying it's Venezuela. It's called B-roll. They did it when I worked there. They did it. And our president sits in the Oval Office and watches Fox News all day while he's gold plating everything. The next generation are raised. Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
I agree with that. I agree with that. Absolutely.
That's what I was talking about. They're trying to dumb our kids down so they can
Mhm.
control us more.
It's called
And
common
it's
core.
called dumbing down America.
Mhm.
People who are uneducated are easier to control than people who are educated. I mean,
So
it's a
critically, you
proven
think I
fact.
should have had a sexist, misogynist pig on the panel? Okay. Okay, Dave. Tell me how you feel about trade school. You're a trained
Well,
chef.
I completely and totally agree that trade schools should be a viable option for people who don't consider themselves to be a traditional academic person. If you don't see yourself, being in a job that you use your brain at, maybe you're better at using your hands,
Mhm.
and you're better at that type of job. And it's all to the individual. But I
Mhm.
believe that trade schools should be available and they should be funded just like any other college, because not everybody's going to be a scientist, a doctor, a lawyer, an accountant, any of those things. Some people, we need construction
Filmmaker.
people. We need these people to do these jobs, because if we don't have them, they're going to get taken by foreign people. And I'm not saying that as a scary thing and against, immigration. It's just fact. If we don't have the people to fill the job, then they're not going to be filled by Americans, you know? And so we need laborers, we need construction people, plumbers, electricians, people that work in factories, people who do manual labor, work on cars. We're always going to need those type of people. And if you get rid of trade schools, you don't fund them like you do regular colleges, it doesn't give it access to the people who would normally go that route because they're not academic. And not everybody is.
Right.
So,
And
but
everyone's
absolutely,
Oh, go ahead,
go
Connie.
ahead. And people are pushing college. College is not for everybody. Someone may not want. I like trade schools. I don't have a problem with it. We definitely need them because a lot of the older generations that went through the trade schools, like the plumbers and that, they are actually dwindling down, and we need to stock everyone the right way on how to do all these stuff. Personally.
And Gorilla Man and I know I went to college. I have a bachelor's degree, but I got kicked out of my career field. I had to go back to school in 2011, 2012. I became a medical, I could do medical coding. ICD-10, CPT-4, I could do it. CPT-5, I could do it. So I believe in trade schools. Sometimes I wish I had taken that route first, because I could have been making the big bucks for years if I had done that, but I wanted to follow my media journalistic side. That's what I did. But I'm all for trade schools.
Go back
speaking
to
of,
what on Mombie is saying about college. You never know. You always have a backup plan. If you're going to do college, always have a backup plan for trade school. This way you have something to fall back on. Help take care of the family, yourself, or whatever else you need to take care of business for the family. unit,
This is
or even
all
for
a part.
yourself.
It's all a part of pro-life.
Yes.
It's
And
multifaceted.
speaking of mommy's dad, he was discussing with me even just today. We were talking about people that are his superiors in the job that he does. He does maintenance and the Great Southern Arena. Anyway,
Well, they know
but
I
the
posted
people above
everything.
the people above him cannot perform half the tasks that he is expected to do. You know, they don't have the knowledge or the skill or the experience to do so, but yet they're his boss.
Do you know
And
where
it's
he
my
learned
firm
his skills?
opinion. If you're going to supervise people, you should be able to perform the tasks that they perform. And if you
Yeah.
can't, you have no business supervising them.
Yep.
Because what are you going to do if they ain't there? You're going to have to do the job yourself, and you can't, it
Mhm.
doesn't get done.
Do you want to know
You
where
know,
he learned
so
these skills from? My dad was in the union for 30 years, and he went to trade school in the union. The union taught him everything. And it's been a monumental shift in the past, Gorilla Man, 20 years, that unions have pushed out education to trade schools,
Mhm.
community colleges. So,
And also, like, with what my dad did for a living, he was a meat cutter, and he went through the journeyman. And whichever store he was in at the time, it helped him out to become a better meat cutter. If you just stick with one shop, you get stagnant and you don't progress. And he just taught by a little German guy how to cut beef, how to sharpen up his knives, everything. That's today's meat cutters. Some of them don't even know what the hell a side of beef looks like.
it's
I
just
grew up
sad
in
that
the-
it's all gone commercialized. Like,
Yeah,
those little mom and pop shops aren't around anymore. And
not
you know,
much.
that's how it all started, was internships, apprenticeships. These kids were handed off to a professional,
Mm-hmm.
and they learned on the job training. We need more of that. I'm a kinetic learner. I have to type and write, and
Yeah,
so
my dad was 14. He's working in the local mom and pop shop back in Cleveland. Then when he turned 16, then he started going from there.
exactly. Tony Tigress says it's existing U.S. immigration law that immigrants cannot come to the USA and get it. That is absolutely right. Immigrants put in $7 billion a year to our
Mhm.
economy, and they
to
don't get to
Medicaid
draw
and Medicare.
a dime. They don't even get Social Security at the end unless they're naturalized.
But they have to pay it in when they work.
That's right.
Mhm.
They have to pay it in,
Security
but they
and
never get to
Medicare.
draw it. You're
That's why I
right,
thought it was
Tony.
crazy when they talked about mass deportation. It's like, look what you're going to do to Social Security and Medicare. It's right off the top. And then you're sending people back home to countries that don't have jobs for them. I mean,
So-
on both sides.
Daniel, Gorilla Man and I were actually talking about this. What was it, Thursday? When were we talking about this? So the death rate across the globe every day was like 150,000, 200,000 people. The birth rate is twice that.
Mhm.
It's going to change, though, because we have a big percentage of boomers right now.
Mhm.
The
Mhm.
death rate's going to accelerate. But that doesn't mean that our population is declining. I mean, we got over 8 billion people in this world,
Mhm.
So, I mean, if population was declining, that number would be going down, not up.
So
Mhm.
the reason why this stuff comes up is because they're trying to use scare tactics. People are waiting to have children till they're more financially sound. They're established in their careers. They want to financially take care of their kids, not have to be on welfare and have to, look, the biggest offenders for welfare, people having to be on it, is Walmart and McDonald's, because they don't pay a living wage. It's that. And here's the other kicker about Walmart. They not only don't pay enough. Their people go on Medicaid and, SNAP. But then Walmart collects those SNAP monies from those people who shop at the store they work at. It's double dipping, honestly. Abortion rights were enshrined into the 14th Amendment by SCOTUS under Roe versus Wade in the 70s. And you can say, yes, the courts don't make law, but if they are brought a case that will enshrine it into the Constitution, they are allowed to do that. So, critically says,
They don't just interpret laws.
I am not a Yahtzee. I'm a feminist, and I believe that women should be treated with respect and dignity. Everybody should. But they were, okay, wait a minute. According to what I have researched, the court under Nixon was conservative. So that is my husband, critically. That's my husband, Grill Man.
Thank you. I wear the badge of weirdo proudly.
These immigrants into counties. Well, you guys have a pretty liberal immigration policy. I mean, you guys have always had one. I mean, we've thought about immigrating to Canada sometimes. We've thought about it. What? Hey, Connie, are you showing your hate eyes again? My resting bitch face is on.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
Women just don't. What is wrong with homosexuality?
Yeah.
Homosexual couples can have babies.
Yeah, they can.
They can adopt the kids from women who don't want to have an abortion and
Good night,
carry
John.
their child.
Yeah.
See you tomorrow.
You know? And I think it's interesting that another man called me a weirdo because I'm standing up for women. That's rich. That is real rich.
Yeah, and a lesbian couple could have a baby if they can get it
Yep. So can two men.
Yeah.
There was an episode of The Pit that had a male couple that their surrogate had a baby for them.
Yeah. Or they can adopt if they so choose to.
Tony,
See,
the SCOTUS ruled in, 1972, that Roe versus Wade would allow constitutionally protected abortion under the 14th Amendment. Casey versus, I just looked it up earlier. It's at the beginning of this program. The Casey decision dialed back what we could have that was constitutionally protected. Then under the Dobbs decision of 2022, totally gone under the 14th Amendment.
SCOTUS didn't make a law. They just interpreted the Constitution and said that this particular thing is protected under this particular amendment. That's not making a law. That's making an interpretation, and that's their job. Just another set of people interpreted it differently.
Tony,
because they were handpicked to do so.
Did this man beat an officer of the law? A deputized law enforcement officer? Because if they did, they belong in prison. Even if you don't agree with the outcome of the 2020 election, that gives you no right to storm our seat of power and take a shit in the hallway.
Especially when all the lawsuits that were brought stating that the 2020 election was fraudulent and stolen were deemed to be, they were thrown out due to the fact that there wasn't enough facts to support or to prove anything.
Do your research.
They were thrown out.
Yep. Check your sources. Bring facts. Okay. What about Michael Fanone, Tony? Republican, dedicated law enforcement officer for DC. Those rioters took his taser out of his holster and tased him to the point where he had a massive heart attack. Now, those people who did that to him are free, pardoned by the president. They are giving him death threats, his whole family.
Mm-hmm.
That is wrong.
How many people have gotten death threats on their family because of Donald Trump, and how many more people have to endure that? It's happened so much. His first administration, this administration, anybody who speaks against him, especially if they're in government, they get death threats. The people get threatened to be kidnapped and all these kind of things because he says so, because it comes out of his mouth. You know, it's ignorant.
Mm-hmm.
Mobius,
It's just totally ignorant.
the Venezuelan president was removed. Yes, he was acting like a dictator because he was installed by Chavez. He's a bad man. But here's the kicker, okay? His government is still in charge. They pulled
Trump said
the wool over Trump's eyes. So how has anything changed in Venezuela?
Trump said we were going to run the country, sell the oil, do all those things. Nothing is different except for Maduro isn't there. His vice president is saying Maduro's still president. They're still running the country the way they were, you know, and there's no proven facts that they're narco terrorists. Now, they might have stuff trafficked through their country, but Colombia is making the cocaine. Mexico and China are making the fentanyl. So what is it? He wanted the oil, but now he can't get it because he didn't think it through. He thought removing Maduro would remove an obstacle of that, but he's still got an obstacle in his way, and nothing's changed.
There's a great program out there on Nat Geo called Trafficked. And what is her name? The journalist that does that show.
I don't remember her name.
Documented. Yeah, I know. Yeah. She documented from start to distribution how cocaine is the leading drug, not only sold to Europe, but into America from Colombia. It's not fentanyl. Fentanyl comes from China.
It's not Venezuela.
And it's not Venezuela. Fentanyl comes from China. China ships it to, I'm going to say it, and it's going to be bad, but Latin America, Middle America,
Mexico.
Where they refine it and ship it into the United States. It's well documented. So wherever the president is getting his information from, I think he's being lied to. I fully believe he's being lied to.
Even saying all that, Mommy,
Hello, Postal
it's
Dude.
still not Venezuela. It's still not Venezuela, even if you want to bring up all that.
God. Oh, the conspiracy theories are stupid. They did not. They're in the National Archive.
Yes.
It is rocket science if you're peddling conspiracy. Hey, let's boot her. I'm done. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He wants to dumb everybody down like Schmittler did in Germany. No, we didn't. We opened it up for everybody to have opportunity. Oh my God. Is she booted? I'll do it. I can't get over there to that one. That is something weird they're going to have to work on with StreamYards. Man. They can't get any of it. They can't even get the ACA.
Nope. They have to pay for it, but they don't get to draw it.
They get
They
nothing.
don't even get food stamps. They don't even get food stamps. What are you talking about?
We don't give benefits to illegal. Okay, ma'am, you're being lied to. Just, I'm going to flat out tell you, you're being lied to. And please go do your research. Whoever you're getting this information from, and I have a feeling it's off of 4chan. QAnon's lying to you. Just saying.
It's true that legal immigrants they can get food
Nah.
stamps. Legal immigrants, they can get food stamps. They can get those
That's
programs.
true.
But you're talking about people that are here illegally. The people that are here illegally don't have access to that. They can barely get jobs,
Dave,
and they
she's
get the
driving
jobs
me
that we
nuts.
don't want.
Gorilla Man, she's driving me nuts. First, she says something like this, which that's true.
I agree with her. With
I agree with her on
Walmart
that.
being
And then she
anti-US.
turns around and gives us a conspiracy theory like this one.
Yeah.
Makes me wonder if she's
What
like
do
a
you
little
think we
kid or
have
something.
right now? Trump installed these judges that are on the panel now on SCOTUS specifically for the fact to repeal Roe v. Wade. He handpicked them for that specific reason. So you can talk about activists back in the 60s all you want, or the 70s, but it's worse now.
Tony, SCOTUS has the right, after making a court decision, to they can codify certain things into law. That's what they did with Roe versus Wade. It became law under the 14th Amendment. They can the Constitution is just not the 10 Commandments. It's not just in stone. It's gray. It's grayscale. You can add amendments. You can take amendments away. You know,
I put it this
it's a
way.
living, working document.
They didn't make Roe v. Wade a law. They just determined that it was protected under law because of the amendment. There's a difference between making legislation and saying that legislation is protected by an amendment. Am I wrong?
No, you're right.
Do you think I'm wrong?
Well, according to what I read from
So it's law because it's
it was an
protected.
org. Yeah, there's an org that follows.
It's law
SCOTUS.
because it's a law because it's protected by the Constitution, not because SCOTUS said so. They're just saying because of the 14th Amendment, this is protected under law because of the verbiage of the 14th Amendment, not this is law because we say so. There's a difference.
Tony.
It's not like the Congress passing a bill. It's not the same thing.
Okay, you can say that about Satan, but if you believe in predetermination, God already knew this was going to happen. And we have free will. So, anyways, moving on. Oh, God, these people. Show me the proof then. If you think we're wrong, bring facts. Don't bring your feelings. Show me proof. Reputable sources, not Fox fake news, not CBS.
The SCOTUS
Right?
that the SCOTUS she is speaking of were handpicked because of their position. So if they said it's unconstitutional, they were picked to say that. You know, these people that Trump has installed since he's been in office are activists in their own right. Look what Coney Barrett was before. You know, they were handpicked for a
Read
reason.
the Federalist Papers. That's where I get it from. They did not destroy. There's another conspiracy theory. It's in the National Archive. All the records have to be preserved. It's federal law. What do you have against
Rioters were
the
Antifa.
J6 committee? It was bipartisan. Hey, look at this, Connie. We're drag queens.
I know.
Oh my God. Let
That-
me get
Oh
the
my.
vocabulary.
I am laughing
No, that's-
because it
that's
just said the
funny.
rioters were Antifa because they
know.
were there to.
Okay. Tony, what does Antifa mean?
They were there for a fascist. They are not anti-fascist. I mean, that is just so.
Antifa
I'm
means
laughing now.
Anti-fascist. It started in the 1930s to counter and try to stop Schmittler from doing what he was doing in Germany as a fascist. That's
If you
where
wanna
it comes
talk-
from. They are against fascists. So when President Trump and Pam Bondi say they are anti-Antifa, that
They're
means
pro-fascist.
they're for fascism.
And
Oh,
Antifa is a
Renee.
movement, not an organization. Antifa is a movement, not an organization. Let's get it straight.
What political prisoners? There were none.
Except for the ones they send down to El Salvador. I will call those political prisoners.
Oh, you're the bitch, Keith. Where's your proof? Where's your facts? I actually read out facts earlier. You just showed up at the wrong time.
I know exactly.
That is true. He actually upped the bounty. That is true. I agree. No, it wasn't. Those guys were fishermen. Fentanyl does come from China, you stupid bitch. It does.
Stop calling them bitches.
Your own
or get
president,
off.
you stupid cunt.
Yeah.
Said so. Pam Bondi said so. Believe them. Dumbass. Women don't want men because they say, ew, nerd. Oh, come on, Daniel.
Okay, Daniel.
Oh, Lord. That's not where it's coming from. Go do research. Pam Bondi said so. How is Obama worse? Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
We have
definitely
gone so
there.
far off topic.
Yeah,
we
we
have
are.
gone so far off topic.
Yeah, we've
Do you
been
want me to
off
go
topic for
prove
about
it?
half
You
hour
cunt.
now.
Here we go. You ready?
Stop calling my wife names or get the fuck
No, I'm
off
calling
you.
him a name, so.
Well, he started it. Sorry.
Yeah, he did.
Are you
start it.
ready? Okay, this is your own fucking government, you dumbass. You ready? I'm going to share my screen. Looky here. It's the DEA. Wow. Look at
amazing.
this. Look at this. Here it is. China and Mexico. Shut the fuck up. We love trolls, don't we, Connie? There is no Somali fraud.
And if there are, it's not wide scale like they're making it out to be.
The only fraud that took place, there was a nonprofit that was stealing money from the government. They were caught in Minnesota.
Being to be
And he
prosecuted.
hired Somali immigrants. They didn't know what they were doing. Oh my God. Pay attention. That is true. Okay, that's what you think. Now, I agree with that one. I agree, unless it's medically necessary. And if you had been here, Margaret, through the whole conversation, we are making a huge distinction between on-demand abortion and medically necessary. We are not for on-demand abortion. None of us here are.
We're not pro-abortion sitting here.
We're not pro-abortion.
Saying-
We're pro-choice, but I mean, that's for a woman and her doctor, partner, and God to decide. But I mean, you know.
And the partner is just a choice because when it comes down to it, it's the woman's body.
Mhm.
Thank you, Kimberly, and you're awesome.
Thank you, Kimberly.
Yeah, that's the conundrum, isn't it, Daniel? Oh my God. Okay, if that's what you think.
It's your choice.
Saying that Obama did nothing for his own race is saying that Donald Trump has done more for black people than any president in history.
Yeah, it's an
I mean, come
oxymoron.
People want to believe people like Candace Owens.
Tampon Tim?
Huh?
Wow, are you seriously putting down Governor Walz like that? That man's done more for your state than anybody ever. Oh, I'm
Damn.
sorry. Wait. I forgot one. Jesse Ventura. Jesse Ventura came out this week and said we're a third world country.
Yeah,
And he's a libertarian. Give me a break.
she's right on that one. He did come out and say that.
Yeah, that's my husband. Dude, you need to quit brandishing that weapon on your avatar. I'm surprised that YouTube hasn't kicked you out yet.
Yeah, I know. I'm surprised
No,
either.
whatever. That is true. That's true. But by due process.
He wouldn't send the Gestapo out in the streets to round people up and then send them out of the country with no process.
No, it hasn't stopped it. It's called a live taboo subject talk.
We do it once a year. After this, it's forbidden.
That's right.
But we're talking abortion, though, I thought.
That's what I thought too.
What process? Due process is ingrained for all of us in the Constitution. No matter. Look, okay. You obviously don't know immigration law. Okay, ready? Here we go. The minute a person from another country sets foot on American soil, they have 365 days to declare that they are an asylum seeker. So,
And what
all
we talk
this
about
shit
the
you guys
process.
are making up about this, you are so misinformed by Fox fake news. You need to go read the Constitution and immigration law.
And due process isn't going out and saying, "Oh, you look like you're an illegal alien, so we're going to pull you off the street and deport you because we think so." Not because we looked into it, not because we checked to see who you are. We may have got a tip from somebody that said you are, but we're just going to do it because we have the power.
Look at this
That's not due
spilling on
process.
aliens.
God has my soul, dude. I don't know what you're talking about. All right. The media showed Obama deporting people with due process. Where the hell have you been? Oh, that's
I
right.
know. What the
Somebody
hell?
moved the rock. Somebody put the rock back. Somebody moved the rock.
Please.
What they didn't show is these detention centers that Trump has had open, where these kids are separated from their families. They're not in proper facilities where they have heat, sanitation, proper nutrition, anything offered to them. They're basically put in a big room and held there until they decide whether or not they're going to deport them or not. Obama didn't do that.
Look what
No,
happened
he
with
didn't. Do you want to know
Japanese-
why? Oh, go ahead, Kai.
Look at the Japanese during World War II. They were in camps here in the States, and George the King was in one of them too.
Yep. Fucking bastard. No, he didn't, because he still believes in due process, and we don't have enough judges to do due process now. Trump violated the Constitution. He's wiping his ass with it every day.
And
you guys
they
are
have
dumb and you're not paying attention.
the
You,
means.
Brian, should wash your mouth out with what's that soap from Christmas Story? Chore Boy. For you to wish that our parents had aborted us is sick, and you are a motherfucker.
You have no business here if you want to treat us or anybody else on this channel that way.
George Takei has been
Life boy.
fighting for law and order and rights ever since he was in one of these camps. No,
And the government-
he didn't.
The government can do a very expedient due process if they want to. Most
Then
of
your
the time, they
parents should
just
have
drag their
aborted
feet.
you. I can throw feces right back in your face, Brian. And I'll be as wonderful as I can be. Go to hell.
Mombie is Life Boy.
Life Boy, thank
It's
you.
just a story.
Yeah, stick a bar of Life Boy in your mouth. Yeah, they may break your bones, but words will never hurt us. I mean,
Yeah.
Trump is not doing anything through due process. He's not even following the Constitution now. Hey, did he put his did he sell his business like Jimmy Carter had to? Jimmy Carter had to sell his peanut farm. Then why the
Y'all
fuck are
have-
you here?
You all have blinders to the grift. That's all I can say.
I am a
It's
liberal,
all one big
Brian.
grift.
You're a dingleberry.
Liberal lovers.
Damn straight I am. I
Bodily.
believe in liberty. Have you ever looked up the word liberal? Hey, Connie, you ready for this? Watch this. It's going to go. They're going to go. Okay, ready? They're going to love this. Okay. Willing to respect or accept behavior or opinions different from one's own, open to new ideas, relating to or denoting a political and social philosophy that promotes individual rights, civil liberties, democracy, and free enterprise. Wow, look at that.
Yeah, I was waiting for this moment for you to do this.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm like, I was hoping you would do that.
I just think that these people, especially the MAGAs, they must just hate other people because they don't want anybody else to.
Congratulations. Oh, go ahead, Dave. Sorry.
Well, I'm just saying that they don't want anybody to get help for anything. They want everybody just to drown if they can't do it on their own. You know, they don't want anybody to get help from the government. I mean, it's just like they hate people. It's like, oh, you're hungry? Well, sorry. Even if you can't get a job or whatever, sorry, just be hungry because the government ain't going to help you.
That's
You know,
because
you
they're
need
pro-birthers.
you need medical care and you don't have insurance. You know, they're going to have to treat you in emergency situations, but otherwise, you're just shit out of luck because we don't believe in you getting help. To me, that's just hating other people.
So I'm
You know,
noticing something out of our chat tonight, Connie. Sorry, Dave.
That's all right.
Gorilla Man, sorry. It's men. Where are the women? There's been what, 2 women, maybe?
Yes. So,
Yeah.
yeah. The one we know pretty good. I've been
Oh, look
noticing.
at that. Didn't I, Biscoff? All right.
Yeah, I've been noticing it's been male dominant.
But
Most of
here
our
you
men-
are calling me, I know somebody else called me a libtard earlier, but I mean, we believe in liberty. We believe in freedom. You guys are twisting it.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of them are misogynist little fucking pricks.
That was from dictionary.com that Google accessed, plus the Merriam-Webster dictionary.
Yes.
Do you want the Funkin' Wagnall one?
Ooh, please.
I believe that's make Argentina great again.
Sorry, I never heard anybody say it out loud.
I hate people. Yeah, some people,
Certain people.
certain people.
And I get along
But I
great
think-
with a lot of people.
You assume? Yeah,
Yeah.
they're saying that I assume that they hate people, but it's not a fact that you just hate humanity. It's that you and by saying that you believe this, that, and the other, that people don't deserve this or they shouldn't get help or whatever it is because you believe a certain way. I'm just saying that you hate people because you don't want to see them flourish. You don't want to see them successful. You don't want them, you know. Anyways.
Well, if the German shoe fits Donald Trump, did you know he's half German? Hey,
If
do me
you
a
all
favor.
get your way, and probably in the next couple of years, we're going to be saying Heil Trump. Is that what you want?
Oh, Elon Musk is
Is that
already
what you
doing
want?
it. By the way, Elon Musk is somewhat German as well. His grandfather had to flee Germany for South Africa. But anyways, no, I'm not woke. See, here you go diving into the cultural bullshit. If you talk to a real liberal progressive or a progressive person, we don't believe in all that stuff. So where are you getting it from? All we want is people to live their life. Just because it's different from you doesn't mean it's a bad thing. Oh, by the way, Nathan, you know what happens when you assume, right? You make an ass out of you and me. Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
Yeah, I don't like billionaires. Just saying. Well, at least the billionaires that are shady, greedy. Yeah, I don't like those people.
Well, unfortunately, ladies, I have to get started on closing the store.
Okay.
It was a great discussion. To those idiots out there who are calling you names, excuse my French, but fuck you all. And the rest of you that had a constructive conversation, thanks for joining. And you all have a good night.
Thank you,
Actually,
Gorilla Man.
Brian.
You too.
Actually,
Thank you,
Brian,
Connie.
there's several studies. Yep. Good night, Gorilla Man. I'll talk to you later.
Good night. All
There
right.
are several studies out there that say that using profanity is actually a huge sign of intelligence. So go fuck
Yeah.
yourself. Oh, bless your heart. Go fuck yourself. Okay. Who said what?
It's like bless your heart.
Assume? You've never heard that? My journalism teacher in high school taught me that one. When I assumed something about a teacher in the school. And
Yeah,
I did make an ass out of myself.
I did learn that when I was little about that. Assume.
There's a great book called The Truth About Trump by Michael D'Antonio. I highly recommend you read it. Highly recommend you read it. His grandfather was kicked out. He was a draft dodger from Germany. He landed in Canada and opened brothels. Canada kicked him out. He ran to America, was opening brothels in New York. That's where their wealth comes from, guys. It's not old money. It's
new money.
He was born in Africa, but his family is from Germany. No, we're not. Okay. So caring about other people is woke. Connie, didn't Jesus care about other people?
Yes, he did.
Didn't Jesus feed the 5,000 with, what was it? 2 loaves and 3 fish?
Yeah. And he turned water to wine.
That motherfucker belongs in prison. He's in the Epstein files. He did unspeakable things to young ladies. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. If you're in the effing Epstein files, you deserve what's coming. I don't care how genius or what you've created. That doesn't give you the right, or how much you've donated to the globe to help with vaccines or healthcare. Or if you did those bad things in the Epstein files, you belong in prison.
And
I did not take handouts.
By your balls.
Jesus Christ. Dude, are you only hearing Trump's talking points? No, we don't. I work hard for every dollar I get. I have a day job. I work full time. I side gig to pay for extra stuff around my house. Don't tell me I want handouts. I've even made it a policy here at Sci Fi Mombie that we're not going to take free stuff off advertisers. If I get anything, which I highly doubt it now, I'm going to turn it around and make it a gift I'm going to give out to people. Hey, Mr. Beast started that way and y'all love him.
Yeah.
Please. Trump opened. Okay, come closer because this is really good. Okay, ready? Trump opened a charity that was supposed to collect money for cancer research or cancer, for help children with cancer. He stole all the money. He is no longer allowed at least for up to 10 years, to have a charity in the state of New York, along with his children, because of what they did. He's also a 34-time convicted felon who tried to hide him sleeping with a porn star, from everybody through his company records. Campaign finance money. All right, moving on. Oh boy. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Did you like it?
Hope it was good for you.
Right? He's obviously a virgin in his mom's basement.
Yeah, masturbating on that site is a side gig.
I do not like Bill Gates. I do not like anybody in the Epstein files. What? Okay, great. Yeah. And, people evolve in time. Let me guess. You're one?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Connie, he's sad we're women.
Yeah,
You know what?
noticed.
I have bigger balls than you. You
So
wanna know
do
why?
I.
Yeah, we have bigger chesticles than you have testicles. I'm not in the Epstein files. I don't even know who, I'm in Podunk, Midwest. Give me a break. We're not for Trump, and he shouldn't grab anybody by the pussy. Okay, thank you. That's right, and they all belong in prison for what they've done. Thank you, Virginia Giuffre, for speaking out. This is in reference to Minnesota, correct? That kid, I call him a kid because he's 22 years old. Yeah. Bye. You should hold on. Oh, no, I got to have the car.
I
No.
need to talk to you.
No, you don't. Bye.
I have important things.
Too bad. That guy that was trying to break into those daycare centers, he should have been arrested on the spot. He didn't have any proof. He was running off a conspiracy theory like the Pizzagate guy did. That's scary. That dude showed up with a rifle to the pizza place in DC. There was no basement. Oh my God, Connie, we're vapid women.
Yeah, I noticed that.
No, go fuck yourself. That's probably all he does.
We definitely got a special kind of stupid trolls tonight, haven't we?
I know.
And I'm being kind about it too.
Yeah, Benjamin, I know. And Pam Bondi turned a blind eye when she got a $25,000 campaign donation. That's why she's in. Yeah. Hey, if Bill Clinton, I believe Bill Clinton did it. But, there's other issues in the Epstein files about Trump and Bubba. Just saying. Yeah, they won't be. Because they're misogynist pricks. I don't like Trump. I don't give a fuck about Trump. Okay. The first term, his GOP tax scam screwed me so bad. I don't use loopholes. I use straight everything on my taxes. I don't have that lovely opportunity to use loopholes. It bumped me into the next tax bracket. I was at 10 and it bumped me into 12. That little bit hurts. And now I'm bumped even higher thanks to whatever the hell they passed in the big, beautiful bill. Okay.
On that note.
Yeah. That is true.
Mm-hmm.
That is true. I like Bill Clinton's policy. I know he can be a nice guy. But I mean, if he's done wrong, he needs to suffer the consequences. Brian, I'm a woman. I was born a woman. I've pushed 3 children out of my vagina. Okay? Knock it off. That is the biggest slur in the
It is.
world, to come after a bona fide woman and tell her she's a man. Now, do I want to do things like men? Oh, fuck yes. I like to prove men wrong.
Same here.
It's a joy in life. But I mean, come on. Just because you have a dick between your legs doesn't make you a man.
One second here.
You're just, what am I thinking of? Your DNA just proves you were born male at birth. Who's Renee? Yeah, fuck around and find out. Dude, that man, okay, have you not done your research on Walls? 24 years in the National Guard. He served in Iraq. Who has stolen valor now? JD Vance was on the media team. I mean, I could give Vance more credit if he was a field medic, but he wasn't. Yeah? There is no daycare fraud. It was a charity that was stealing money from the government. They were not watching children. They were stealing money for food, saying that they were feeding people and they weren't. Connie, they think they're getting under our skin.
Yeah, I noticed.
Oh, shit.
Wait till you see the other coming up.
I am a Democrat. I do not like Trump. No. I knew he was a fraud from the start. That's because I worked in the media field. And I do my research. Yeah, my daughter is correct. Yeah, I know. I'm surprised YouTube hasn't caught up with you, Connie.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you, man. She can wear whatever she wants. You're not her husband. So fuck off. Well, even then, if she had a husband, she'd tell him to, you know.
Who?
What's wrong with guys wearing dresses? They're called kilts.
Yeah.
What's wrong with a guy wearing a dress? They're called robes.
No, Mom, just let them wear a dress and be happy.
Oh, that's right. Because white Jesus can't wear a robe, can't wear a dress. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah.
Just let men be happy in this world. It's Jesus.
Yes. Yeah. He is a grapist. He is charming. And he had great economic policy. You know, my dad was in the union, and that was the most, in the 90s, when he got elected, was the most prosperous time that my family ever saw.
Who, Bill Clinton?
Bill Clinton. Yeah. Brian, I said chesticles. That means I have boobs. Yeah. I don't have balls.
Maybe he wants you to.
Did this guy just not come in here guns a-blazing
Yeah.
at us, and now he's changing his story? Okay.
But you need to address this one here first. You need
Which
to
one?
address that one.
Gorilla Man.
Yes.
Gorilla Man. That is his stage name.
Where did Dad go?
He has to close up the store.
Are you kidding?
I'm she, her. You want to tell yours, Connie? You don't have to.
I identify as female.
There you go.
If you'd like, you can tell, you can tell where your nuts can hide.
You know why he released it, don't you, Daniel? His own idle curiosity. And he hasn't released all the Epstein files yet either.
And they're all redacted.
Okay, if you say so. I know the facts. I did my research. So what? He's a shitty Marine at that. You want to talk about stolen valor? Please. I would say thank you for your service, but being the guy who carries the camera is not combat. That's my opinion.
Mhm.
No, he didn't. That's not true. He even tells you that. So, okay, so wait a minute. Let's back up here for a second. So you're telling me anybody who serves in the National Guard has stolen valor? That's a load of bullshit. No, it's not, dude. Yeah, some of them are. Trump is not my bitch. I didn't vote for that motherfucker, and I never will. That's true. You're not getting my husband's real name, dude. His stage name is Gorilla Man. And we don't dox people here. So you can just go on with your bad self if you think that's going to happen. Why would I undress in front of you? Why would I want to give you that satisfaction?
Do you want proof that you're a woman?
I think that's what it is. Yeah. Here's my proof. You want to see my proof? You want to see my proof I'm a woman?
She pushed me out of her vagina.
That's our girl.
I love her. You're damn straight I'm still here because it's my fucking channel. If you don't like it, turn. Yeah, I mean, we can pick, we're gonna pick that subject up when the truth is out there, when Sci Fi Mombie topic comes around, which is coming. It's coming after We're No Experts, but you can ask us anyway series. So save that one for then, Daniel.
Please.
Yeah, my boobs are bigger than your testicles. Thank you very much.
Hell, our brain cells are bigger than
yeah,
his.
We didn't surrender our last brain cells to Trump. Well, quite honestly, it's not really the colored races that are committing crime in America, is it? We know that now. I am a she. You just saw my offspring that I pushed out of my vagina. Dingleberry. Unlike your mom, who pushed, okay, never mind. At least I'm not a Klingon.
Right.
Okay, you pricks need to grow up, honestly. All right. Chase Oliver. Oh, Lord. Show me the proof. Well, you cunt. I don't give a damn what you say. If you don't like it, turn it off. Nobody gives a fuck about you or your opinion. You know, like my dad says, you know, opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one and they stink. "24 years in service is remarkable in the military, no matter where you serve. I'm the granddaughter of a drill sergeant in the Army. I'm the granddaughter of a Marine on my dad's side. So don't tell me. No, what you're hearing is that he said weapon of war, and you all blew it out of proportion and said he had stolen valor. Bullshit. I call bullshit right now. The Marine Band, I don't have a problem with. And National Guard is not stolen valor. That's right. I agree with you, Daniel. Daniel Blair. That's right. But J.D. Vance, during the 2024 campaign, said that Tim Walz had stolen valor. And it's not true. He owes him an apology. Oh my God, Brian. Fuck you. Connie is my friend. She's like my sister from another mister.
And with her.
My husband was just on this podcast.
Why are people so stupid?
Because they are. Jesus Christ, that would make us puke all over the screens. What, seeing your dick? Yeah, I agree.
We probably need a magnifying glass
Yeah, micro penis.
with a micro brain.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What? Why would you care? You've never seen a woman naked anyways. Because you're a virgin in your mom's basement.
And masturbating with a side gig.
Yeah, right.
And
I think Brian is his. I think these guys are closeted. I think they want some.
I wouldn't be
Hey, Autumn, I
surprised.
think they want some BBC.
I was about to say, he's either a virgin in his mother's basement or a father of two that watches a bunch of gay porn and cheats on his wife.
Ooh. So are you saying he was one of those GOP that crashed Grinder?
Probably.
Oh, burn.
My.
Thank you, Kimberly. You're awesome.
I'm not going to be nice and use and call my mother womanhood. Thank you very much.
Well, your pronouns are Pennywise and Demon. So she don't have to take a chill pill because she's awesome. Thanks for asking.
Mm. Yeah, she is awesome.
Oh, thank you, Benjamin. Yes, thank you.
He wants me to take a chill pill?
Hold on a
He
second
didn't
here.
lie about his service. Oh, dear God. Did he train with a weapon of war? Yes, everybody does in boot camp.
Yes, they do.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I just don't want to believe a strong
It's
man
misogyny,
really
fuckheads.
I don't understand these people. They sit here for a little bit and they agree with us. And then when we give them facts, they start with the conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Mom, it's just that these people don't want to see a strong Democrat who served in the military.
No, they don't want to see strong women at all. That's what it is.
I'm talking about Tim Walz. They don't want to see a strong Democrat who served in the military because they want
They're afraid of Democrats. Why?
They want to believe that Democrats are unconstitutional and that they don't believe in the U.S. military.
Thank you, Daniel. I totally agree.
But
Thank
then
you, Daniel.
Who looks transgender? And who cares?
draft poppers.
Who cares if somebody is transgender?
Yeah.
If they're not comfortable in their own body, let them live the way they want to. What difference does it make to you? What, are you afraid of a crying game moment because you're a virgin in your mom's basement?
Are you worried that you're going to find a woman that was born a man attractive? Oh my God.
Tim Walz is not claiming stolen valor. He actually served in the National Guard. Wow. Whatever, dude. No. That's disgusting. Wow. Thank you. My daughter is amazing. My children are amazing. I have 2 sons and a daughter. Thank you.
Maybe that guy was dreaming about having 3 of them out by himself.
He's probably mad that you have a daughter because, you got more game than he's ever going to get.
DD 5484. I wonder if I know who this person is calling me a bimbo. Are you going to call me a pig next? Turn it off. Are you okay?
No, I think I just broke my fucking finger.
Oh, great. Okay, guys. We're going to wrap it up tonight, but I will
right.
talk to you later, Connie.
All right, I'll talk to you. I was going to ask
Bye.
you.
Bye.
I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Okay. Bye.
All right, bye.